Lovely. Well, welcome along. Right, so there's a few things going to happen. There's a thing about... I feel like we should talk about parking fines. Some recognition in the room. I got a parking fine last year, and I can... Yes. Hello there, hi. You didn't give me the parking fine, did you? I'm still looking for that bastard. I got a parking fine last year, and I contest all parking fines, because I do fuck all in the days, basically. It's quite funny what happened, so I thought, well, I'll pop that in the show. Then I did it on television. I thought, well, no one will watch that. I can still do it in the show. The thing went bloody viral, didn't it? I ended up on the Lad Bible. If you don't know what the Lad Bible is, it's very similar to the normal Bible, really. In that it's read mainly by homophobes. So, the comments. Oh, my God. Quite funny for a puff. Great. Lovely. So, yes, what I'll do... So, I'll do you a director's cut version of it, because a few extra things have happened. Basically, this is a bit of helpful advice. I know we're in London and parking's a nightmare here. There's a thing called a subject access request. It's part of the Data Protection Act 1998. I do fuck all in the days. What it is, you can request any and all information that a company or an institution has on you, and it's such a fabulous waste of their time, because no one's real dream when they were growing up, when I grow up, I want to be a parking prick. Like, nobody wanted that themselves. These people just want to coast through life. They don't want any extra admin. If you give them some, they hate it. They normally go away. This is an ongoing one, which isn't a parking fine, actually. This is... I was driving in the wrong lane, and they gave me a fine for that. I know, bloody squares. It killed, like, 3 people. Now, I'm not sure what I can say legally as to where this is, so what I'll do is I'll do a version for the DVD. This was in London, and a real version. This was Lambeth fucking Council. I did a subject access request to them. They didn't reply within 30 days, so they're breaking the law. And as you know, I love the law. So I sent them an email that included this sentence, just to give you an idea of the tone of the things I write. Might I add that if I fail to observe your deadlines, you have the power to hand out additional fines, whereas I have only diminished powers, such as sending emails like this and just generally making myself a slight nuisance. However, I will be judged merely by your human laws, whereas you will be judged at the gates of hell! Give an idea of the tone of the things I write, okay? So now, this one... This was up north. I got a parking fine up north. I panic park, you see. I get to shows late, and I just leave the car wherever's near. M42, that'll be fine. Just leave that there. So this one, I got up north. So, yes, I did a subject access request. Got an email from someone called Steph, who wrote, Mr. Lycett, I've passed your email onto the Freedom of Information team, as if they have a whole team for information. That means one person, and by that definition, I've had sex with a team of people. Hopefully, they'll be in touch with you soon. Steph. Now, I didn't like that word, hopefully. I thought that was vague. Could mean next week, next year, could mean anything. So I went back to bloody Steph, didn't I? I said, Steph, sadly, hopefully, doth butter no parsnips. Which is an old Victorian phrase. Trying to bring back trending, basically. I don't know, hashtag butter parsnips. Come up with a hashtag in your own time. Can I have an email address for the person you've contacted at the FOI team? My lawyers would like to contact them directly. My lawyers do not exist. You have been very helpful, and hopefully you won't get caught up in the forthcoming. I thought it was vague enough as a threat. It could mean anything. Could just go and glass the woman, couldn't I? Just go and glass her. She replied, Mr. Lycett, I'm not sure what you mean about buttered parsnips. I have CC'd in the FOI team who will advise. Then I got an email from someone called Colin, who I imagine talks like this. Hello. Wanking as he wrote this email. Hello. Mr. Lycett, your request is very broad, and so I have assumed you only want information pertinent to your recent parking fine. Pertinent? Get in the fucking bin, Colin. I imagine that's the moment he jizzed. Just like so pleased with himself. Attached Next is the evidence we have, which is a photograph of your car clearly parked in a taxi rank. Here is that photograph. There it is. Very blurry for a start. It was like this weird chalky thing that had been written on the side window. Not good enough evidence, that isn't. There's no evidence of an actual taxi rank there. Wouldn't stand up in court, and I would take it that far. I do nothing in the days. So I went back to bloody Colin, didn't I? Said, Colin! When you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Is prickish enough for a kick-off? I see that your evidence is nothing more than a picture of the words taxi rank written on my car. I would argue this evidence is insufficient. I also put P.S. Apologies for the delay in replying to your previous email. I'm currently on the Costa del Sol. I provided evidence of this. Just attach this picture. Did in my bed in Birmingham, didn't I? Colin replied, Mr. Lycett, sorry. Mr. Lycett, in order to reverse the fine, you'll need to provide evidence your vehicle was not in a taxi rank. That's bullshit legally, but I went back to him anyway. I said, Colin, evidence supplied. I was actually parked on the moon, as you can see clearly here, just attached. That one there. Did that on an app on my phone in 10 seconds. Mr. Lycett, I've cancelled the fine. A victory for the common man, I would say. Bless you. You'll notice taxi rank is still written on the window there. It was there for months. Didn't take off for months. So I did this show, a version of this show, right next to that parking space sorry, taxi rank, it's a minor difference. Next to the taxi rank. And so after the show, I parked the car there again. I got the whole audience out. We took a photograph. Here is that photograph. There we all are, having a lovely time. And I sent that to Colin. I just said, sorry, Colin, I've done it again. No reply, I'll let you know.